In the 90s, 95% of Northwest Arkansas was white. Now things look much different, and that brings hope to many in the minority community.
I was a new mom. I'm trying to go to school full-time, trying to provide support for my child.
Melissa Leylon came from the Marshall Islands to Northwest Arkansas. A new place with a new child, her early years weren't easy.
I could remember being a student and felt like I didn't have a way out. I honestly, truly felt that.
But now, she says things have changed.
Now we're seeing a change in narrative. We're seeing people are more supportive, people are more welcoming.
In the 90s, minorities made up less than 5% of the population in Northwest Arkansas. Fast forward to 2017, and they account for over 25%. Drive through a city like Springdale, and you can see vibrant Latino and Marshallese influences.
People are able to lend their hand and uplift this particular community.
But this harmony didn't come without conflict.
In those early years, there wasn't much diversity, and what people led with was stereotypes.
Melissa Leylon created the Arkansas Coalition of the Marshallese with the goal of improving the lives of people from the Marshall Islands. From 2010 to 2022, the number of Pacific Islanders is projected to double. But even with a larger population, she says the group is often misunderstood.
The biggest misconception is that we have better access to a lot of things more than anyone else, but that's really not true.
Leylon says Marshallese people have a unique non-immigrant status, but it's not restriction-free.
In the state of Arkansas, Marshallese cannot access the Medicaid program, the adults. Up until 2018, children weren't able to access that program as well.
She says sometimes those false ideas can lead to overt racism.
She blatantly said something like, all these immigrants come, they come here to take all the jobs from us. Yeah, that was not nice.
Hers isn't the only group battling misconceptions. Medea Wraith with Arkansas United works toward better inclusivity for the Latino community.
It's the idea that we're all in competition for our slice of the pie. The reality is that we really need to start looking at our society and economy as an elastic band, one that grows when each of us achieves our potential.
And the struggle continues. Wraith said Arkansas Act 1076, put into effect last summer, aims to make life more difficult for immigrants. The act prohibits cities from adopting sanctuary policies.
It even equated us at one point to cattle and to animals. That really said to us that there is and continues to be work that has to be done.
Springdale has the most Hispanics and Pacific Islanders. According to the Northwest Arkansas Council, non-Hispanics make up less than 50% of its population.
Springdale has obviously had to adapt dramatically over the last 20 years to that.
The Springdale School District has about 12,000 minority kids.
48% of our students are Hispanic, and 13% of our students are Marshallese. Our Hispanic community is pretty well incorporated in. We're still doing things that we can to help our Marshallese students thrive as our Hispanic students are.
Rick Schaefer with Springdale Schools says about half the district's teachers speak English as a second language, but sometimes it's still a struggle to communicate with parents.
It's a little bit more difficult getting the Marshallese translators.
But his team works to ensure all kids get the same opportunity to flourish.
Once the Marshallese kids get here, we want them to be just as receptive as anybody, Caucasian, Hispanic, anybody, to the opportunities that they have to be successful.
When every single student achieves their potential, we all achieve their potential.
Springdale schools even allow non-English speaking parents to learn alongside their kids through a family literacy program.
It helps them, one, to incorporate in the community even better themselves, but also to understand the needs of their child as far as education is concerned.
As Northwest Arkansas continues to grow in both population and diversity, many hope to see more inclusivity across the board.
10, 15 years from now, I think you'll see Springdale being maybe the leading community in the entire state of Arkansas.
In order for us to be successful as one community, we need to work together, and we need to set aside our differences and accept each other.
It's actual real people, their neighbors, their kids in school, and I think it's getting down to that basic level of humanity that gives me hope about where Northwest Arkansas is going for the future.
If you want to see exactly how much the minority population has grown in your city, head to our website. That's fox24news.tv. In studio, Clarissa Bustamante, Fox 24 News.